Five-Star Theater presents Groucho and Chico Marx. The Five-Star Theater is sponsored by the Standard Oil Companies, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Louisiana, and the Colonial Beacon Oil Company. Through 30,000 SO, spelled ESSO, stations, which form a network of convenient service to the motorist all the way from Maine to Louisiana, these companies supply the public with the products of the world's leading oil organization. Now, before we go on with the program, the sponsors have asked me to make a special announcement about gasoline. Between now and June 1st, you will be reading and hearing many claims and counterclaims about new motor fuels and new gasoline. You will be bombarded with advertising superlatives. In the face of all this, we want you to know that this organization will maintain its position of leadership in the oil industry. On June 2nd, we will place a new product on the market which will be an important milestone in motor fuel history. This new motor fuel is a challenge to all gasoline. Monday night is comedy night in the Five-Star Theater. We're about to hear those mad Marxists in another of their three-act comedies concerning the adventures of Flywheel, Shyster, and Flywheel, attorneys at law. Both are coming onto the platform now, dressed just as you remember them on stage and screen. Groucho with his little black mustache, red tie and frock coat, Chico and his bushy hair, little green hat and corduroy coat. Our orchestra conductor, Leonard Joy, is lifting his stick, and the show is about to begin.
Officers of Flywheel, Shyster, and Flywheel. No, Mr. Flywheel isn't in. He's been on an ocean cruise, but his boat is returning today. No, his assistant, Mr. Ravelli, isn't in either. He's with Mr. Flywheel. Yes, I'll tell him you'll call. Goodbye.
Where's that first mate? Oh, there you are, Mr. Johnson.
Did you call me, Captain?
Yes. Have you found those two stowaways?
Not yet, sir.
Well, we're landing in 10 minutes, and they've got to be found before they have a chance to get ashore. Search the ship again.
Aye, sir. Hey, Flywheel, wake up. We've got to get out of this lifeboat. They're still looking for us. Boss, come on, get up.
That's fine. Here I'm dreaming that I'm having a nice $2 dinner, and you have to wake me up.
But Flywheel, the boat's landing.
Never mind. Go wait till I finish my dream. Oh, now where did I leave off?
But we're at the dock, the pier.
Dock pier? What do you mean, dock pier? I'd rather have light pier. Let me go back to sleep. My dinner's getting cold.
Hey, maybe you can dream me a ham sandwich. I haven't eaten in 3 days.
3 days? Why, you've only been on the boat 2 days.
Well, I didn't eat yesterday, I didn't eat today, and I'm not going to eat tomorrow. That makes it 3 days.
Quick, step down in the lifeboat. There's somebody coming.
Sure. What are you doing with those bags up here on this deck? You beg pardon, sir. They belong to Sir Roderick Mortimer.
Oh, that African explorer. Where's he been the whole voyage? I haven't seen him once.
Oh, he keeps to his cabin, sir. He's very shy. Wants to be the last one off the boat to avoid the reporters on the dock. Asked me to put his luggage up here out of the way till he's ready to get off, sir.
All right. Pile it up about that lifeboat there, out of the way.
Yes, sir. Beg pardon, sir. They laid hands on those two stowaways yet, sir?
No, but we'll get them when they try to get ashore. When we do, I'll see that they get theirs as safe. Hey, Flywheel, they said we'll get desserts. I think I'll take a prune.
I wouldn't, Ravelli. Prunes aren't what they used to be.
No?
No, they used to be plums. But that's neither here nor there. We've got to figure out how to get ashore.
I know how to get ashore, boss.
You do?
Sure. Look, I say to myself, how we get onto this boat? And the answer come back, we walk on. Then I say to myself, how we get off of this boat? And the answer come like a flash, we walk off.
Nice work, Ravelli. Now ask yourself, how are we going to get by all the ship's officers that'll be guarding the gangplank looking for us?
Oh, no, I only ask myself easy questions. Hey, there's nobody around. Let's get out of this lifeboat.
Okay.
Hey there!
Look, there's an officer. He's seen us.
I'll talk to him. You pick up 6 or 8 of Sir Roderick's bags laying over there and try to look like a passenger. Oh, Captain.
I'm not the captain. I'm the boatswain's mate.
You're his mate? Well, I hope you're very happy together. Give my regards to the boatswain. Come, Ravelli, bring that luggage.
You know, you fellas look just like a couple of stowaways we're looking for. Well, we just heard the opposite. We heard of the stowaways who look just like us. One is a little fellow with an Italian accent.
Well, it can't be me. No one ever said Flywheel was a little fellow with an Italian accent.
And the other is a tall guy with a black mustache who talks a lot. Well, I know talking so much.
Say, boatswain, how do we know you're not the stowaway? You got a black mustache and you talk too much.
Have you seen any suspicious-looking characters around here?
Nobody but you. Why don't you throw yourself an iron? Come, Ravelli, bring that luggage. Unless I'm very much mistaken, and I usually am, the gangplank is down this way.
Things don't look right around here. I'm going to see the captain. Hey, Flywheel, I think he's got a suspicion.
Hang on to those bags and shut up.
Passengers line up to the gangplank, one at a time, single file.
Gangway, please.
Wait a minute. May I ask what's your rush?
You may ask, but I bet we will know the answer. Keep moving, Ravelli.
Hey, who are you pushing?
I don't know. Who are you?
I'm the captain.
Well, then I must be pushing the captain.
Well, we don't speak to underlings. Get me the general. If he isn't around, I'll talk to 2 colonels.
Hey, there's something fishy about this. How did you tramps get on this boat?
We thought it was a tramp steamer.
Oh, you did you? Well, you're not going to find it so easy to get off. Now stand away from this gangplank until the passengers leave. I'll attend to you later.
Well, I do believe it's Sir Roderick Mortimer.
Quick, Ravelli, the flip.
No, Sir Roderick. I know you have a reputation for a retiring nature, but you can't fool me. I see your name on your luggage.
Oh, stop your snooping.
But I'm Mrs. Rivington, and I'm expecting you down at my Long Island home for a weekend.
Don't be a packer, madam. Make it a month or we can't do business.
A month? Oh, lovely. Oh, Sir Roderick, the honor overwhelms me. Well, aren't you going to get off the boat? My car's waiting for us on the dock.
Lead the way, Goldilocks. And would you mind carrying some of these bags? Ravelli's tired. On second thought, never mind the bags. Carry me.
Pardon me.
Now what are you going to beef about, Captain?
I want to apologize, sir. I had no idea you were Sir Roderick Mortimer, the explorer.
Well, it came as a surprise to me, too. Come on, Ravelli. You too, Cluck.
Cluck? Sir Roderick, did you call me a cluck?
Sure, that's because you're cuckoo. Yeah, you're a cuckoo club.
Sir Ravelli, that's no way to talk to a lady.
Well, show me a lady and I'll talk different.
Well, here we are on the dock. Now my car is right over this way.
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm from the customs. I'll have to examine you.
Anything to oblige. What do you want me to take off? Did you ever hear me take off Marie Chevalier? If a nightingale could sing like you, the sing must be the...
I mean, have you got anything to declare?
I declare, I'm getting pretty sick of you all. Any more questions?
Open up that big bag.
Very well. Sir Ravelli, open that big bag.
All right, I open it. Hey, look.
What's in there?
I don't know, boss. It's green and looks like a big spaghetti. Must be a green spaghetti. Hey, it's moving. It's alive. Look, it's a snake. Look out. It's snakes, boss. Hey, that big one there almost bit me.
Quick, find out which end is his face and slap it.
Hurry, shut that bag before the snakes escape all over the dock. That's all right. We don't want them anyway. But they're dangerous.
And I'm sure we don't want them. However, I haven't time for this idle chatter. Close the bag for this pet, Sir Ravelli, and let's scram.
Okay, so Flywheel.
Aren't you coming, Sir Roderick? My car's waiting.
That's fine, babe. We'll hop in your car. You can follow on foot.
Sir Roderick, three of your monkeys are loose on the boat.
Monkeys are loose? Well, get a monkey wrench and tighten them up.
This is Mrs. Rivington, President. The butler speaking. No, Mrs. Rivington is now showing the mansion and the grounds to Sir Roderick Mortimer, and I believe Sir Ravelli. Yes. Goodbye.
Oh, and Minnows, have you seen Sir Roderick?
Hey, madam, I thought you were showing him the estate.
I was, but oh, never mind. He's coming in. Well, Sir Roderick, how do you like my little home?
Oh, it's not so bad. Wait a minute. Come to think of it, it is pretty bad. As a matter of fact, it's one of the proudest looking dumps I've ever seen.
Why, Sir Roderick?
Madam, you're letting this place run down, and what's the result? You're not getting the class of people you used to. You're getting people like yourself now. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put a sign up, place under new management. We'll set up a 75-cent meal that'll knock their eyes out. After we knock their eyes out, we can charge them anything we want. Now, sign here and give me your check for $1,500. And I want to tell you, madam, with this insurance policy, you are provided for your little ones and for your old age, which will be here any day now, if I'm any judge of horseflesh. Hey, boss!
Sir Roderick, there's one question I'd like to ask you. What is that little man to you?
If you must know, he's a pain in the neck.
Boss, you tell her this old war horse I gotta have a new room.
A new room? Well, what's the matter with the one I assigned you? It's the best room in the house.
Yeah, but the snakes are running around up there.
What? Snakes in your room?
Say, Mrs. Rivington, maybe the snakes can stay in your room.
Oh, no, those snakes would never stand for that.
There you are, madam. You can see that he's nobody's fool, possibly because nobody wants him. And see here, Ravelli, what's the idea of going around looking as if you're slept in your clothes?
Well, I do sleep in them.
Well, the least you can do is have my shoes repaired. I can see your toes sticking through them.
What do you repair shoes with?
With cowhide.
Huh?
Cowhide. Hide. You know what hide is? A cow's outside.
A cow's outside? Well, let her come in. I'm not afraid.
I beg pardon, madam.
What is it, Meadows?
The gentleman from the press are here.
Show to me.
Yes, madam.
Sir Roderick, you wouldn't mind making a small statement for the press, would you?
No, as a matter of fact, I've prepared a small statement. Ravelli, where's that statement?
Here it is, boss. She owes us $14. That's for our time. If we had a good time, we could have done it cheaper.
The gentleman from the press.
The reporter from the Star here?
I'm from the Star.
Well, I want you to go back and tell your editor I don't like your paper. It's no good. Every time I sleep under it in the park, it gets all gone.
Now, Roderick, I'd like to ask you a question. Hey, first I ask a question. Why does an Indian sleep with his head toward a fire?
All right, Mr. Bones, why does an Indian sleep with his head towards the fire?
To keep his wig warm. Some joke, eh, boss?
In a word, no.
So, Roderick, what do you think of marriage?
I think marriage is a noble institution. It's the foundation of the American home. It can't enforce it. It was put over on the American people while our boys were over there. You've been asking a lot of questions. Now let me ask you one. When are you dopes going to get out of here and let me go to sleep?
Mrs. Rivington, your guests are assembling in the drawing room.
Oh, I'm afraid I shall have to ask you gentlemen if the press refuses.
Oh, Sir Roderick, one question before you go. Do you believe in clubs for women?
Only in self-defense.
Come, Sir Roderick. Afternoon.
Oh, no, you don't. You go first. I've had that one pulled before. You're not going to kick me.
Well, all right, just as you say. Oh, look. All my guests are seated. They're waiting for the lecture to begin.
That's so funny. I can't wait till it's over.
Oh, Sir Roderick, I thought before dinner you wouldn't mind telling us a few of your African experiences.
Why can't we skip Africa and get right down to dinner?
Now, Sir Roderick, you wouldn't throw me down, would you?
Well, I couldn't do it alone, but if Ravelli helped, I could make it.
Wait a minute, I'll introduce you. Now I would like to introduce Sir Roderick Mortimer, the famed African explorer, who has kindly consented to tell us about his latest trip to Africa. Sir Roderick.
My friends, I am here to tell you about the great and mysterious continent known as Africa. Africa belongs to the hunter, and he can have it. Well, sir, we left New York drunk and early on the morning of February 30th. After 15 days on the water and 6 on the boat, we finally arrived in Africa. We at once proceeded into the heart of the jungle where I shot a polar bear.
But, Sir Roderick, I thought polar bears lived in the frozen north.
Well, they usually do, but this one was anemic and he couldn't stand the cold climate. You see, Mrs. Rivington, he was a rich bear, and he could afford to go away in the winter. See here, Ravelli, you take care of your animals, and I'll take care of mine. From the day of our arrival, we led an active life. The first morning saw us up at 6, breakfasted, and back in bed at 7. This was our routine for the first 3 months. We finally got so we were back in bed by 6:30.
Sir Roderick, you promised to tell us about the wildlife in Africa.
Oh, so I did. One day we were out prospecting. We got wind of a herd of goats. Let me tell you that it's an ill wind that passes a herd of goats. And the following morning, while standing in front of the cabin, I bagged 6 lions.
Bagged 6 lions?
Sure, he bagged them. He bagged them to go away, but they kept hanging around all day. Now, children, and I'm referring now to Ravelli's brain, the principal animals inhabiting the African jungles are moose, elk, and Nyctopitheus. That's big game. The first day, I shot $2. That was the biggest game we had. Of course, you all know what a moose is.
Sure. I know what a moose is. A moose runs around the floor, he eats cheese, and gets chased by the cat.
Now, as I was saying, the elks are different from the moose. The elks stay up in the hills most of the year. But in the spring, they come down for their annual convention. It is very interesting to watch them come to the water hole. And you should see them run when they find out there's only a water hole.
Sure. You bet they run. Why, those elks are looking for us an alcohol.
Ravelli, I should have left you in the lifeboat. One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know. Then we tried to remove the tusks, but they were embedded in so firmly that we couldn't budge them. Of course, in Alabama, the Tuscaloosa. We took some pictures of the native girls, but they weren't developed. But we're going back again. Now I'd like to pass around my hat, but I'm afraid I wouldn't get it back.
A very enlightening speech, Sir Roderick.
Would you like me to run through it again, or would you like to see my ape-man, Mr. Ravelli, swing from the chandelier? Personally, I'd like to see him swing. Is there a piece of rope in the house?
Mrs. Rivington!
Not now, Meadows. Can't you see we're being entertained?
You old flatterer.
Mrs. Rivington, I just heard that a lion has escaped from the circus down the road. When last seen, it was heading in this direction. What, the circus? No, the lion, sir.
A lion, too? Oh, how fortunate it is we have Sir Roderick Mortimer, the most famous lion hunter in the world, with us. He'll know what to do, won't you, Sir Roderick?
Absolutely, but I don't think there's room under my bed for all of us.
Even if the lion is out in the ground, he can't get in. Besides, Sir Roderick Mortimer is here.
You bet I'm here. If you think I'd go outside, you're crazy.
Madam,
Meadows, is the lion captured?
Madam, we have searched the grounds thoroughly. We find no trace of it anywhere. No doubt the circus people have captured it by this time.
Oh, what a relief. Now, I hope you won't let this silly stare spoil the party for you. Come, there's no danger. Now, let's all go out in the garden. The roses are lovely in the moonlight.
Hey, Flywheel, where are you?
They all gone?
Yeah, boss, they all went out in the garden.
Come on, Ravelli, through this window. We'd better scram before the real Sir Roderick shows up, or that Rivington dame finds a rhinoceros for us to play with. Well, here I go.
Hey, boss, where are you?
Jump, you fool.
Here I come. Hey, Flywheel, I think I land on somebody. There's somebody under me. I wonder who it is.
You take your foot out of my mouth, I'll tell you who it is. It's me.
Hey, Flywheel, something's coming.
It can't be us. We're going. Quick, down behind this bush.
There it is, boss. You know what I think? I think it's a hippopotamus.
No, but you're close. It's Mrs. Rivington.
Where?
Where?
Oh, Sir Roderick. Well, why are you over on this side of the house? All my other guests are in the rose garden.
Well, madam, Ravelli and I weren't satisfied that the house was safe, so we thought we'd search the shrubbery.
Did you find anything?
Sure we did. We found 3 dozen hairpins and 5 empty gin bottles. But don't be discouraged, madam. We're on the job. We'll find a full gin bottle if it takes all night.
Now, wouldn't you like to come and tell my guests some more of your African experiences?
No, I want to talk to you. Here. Oh, Mrs. Rivington, you know you're just the kind of a girl I crave. You've got beauty, charm, money. You have got money, haven't you? Because if you haven't, we can quit right now.
Roderick, I'm fascinated.
That's so funny. I'm fascinated, too. Right on the arm.
Ravelli, I'll thank you to mind your own business. Thank you. Mrs. Rivington, ever since I've met you, I've swept you off my feet. Oh, there's something on my mind, something burning in my brain, something I'm as hot to.
What is it, Sir Roderick?
Will you wash out a pair of socks for me?
Sir Roderick, I'm surprised.
Well, it may be a surprise to you, but it's been on my mind for months. Oh, it's just my way of telling you that Ravelli and I love you. We want to marry you. How about it, my shrinking violet?
Shrinking violet? Say, it wouldn't hurt her to shrink about 30, 40 pounds.
Why, gentlemen, you leave this faceless.
Well, see that you remain that way. Now, after we three are married...
Oh, Roderick, I can't marry you. Well, I've got a husband already.
There you go. Always thinking of yourself, and what a dreary subject that is.
But you don't understand. If I married you, that'd be bigamy.
Yes, and it'd be big of me, too. It's big of all of us. Let's be big for a change. I'm sick of all these conventional marriages. One woman and one man was good enough for your grandmother, but who wants to marry your grandmother? Nobody, not even your grandfather.
This is all perfect nonsense. Take me back to my guest.
Well, I'll take you back to your guest, but they're probably just as sick of you as I am. Ravelli, you wait here. I'll be right back.
I think I'll lay down. Who's there? Maybe that's a Flywheel coming back. Hey, Flywheel. What's the matter, Flywheel? You got a sore throat? Hey, that no sound like Flywheel. Must be a rabbit. That's the biggest rabbit I ever saw. But that ain't a rabbit at all. It's a big yellow... That's so funny. I never saw a doggo with a fur collar before. Hey, doggy, what's your name? Come on now, no bat talk. Say, maybe he's lost. You lost, doggy? Say, I think I take him back to Miss Dim for a present. She always wanted a lap dog. I bet this dog got the biggest lap she ever saw. Hey, doggy, 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 come here. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. I ain't gonna hurt you. Come here, nice doggy, nice doggy. Oh, you're gonna get tough, are you? Now, Rover, you're gonna be good. That's the fine. Sometime when I ain't hungry myself, I give you a piece of liver. Hey, I'm tired of sitting here. Come on, Rover. I take you up to the house and I show you the Flywheel. Ah, that's like you. Come on, I'm telling you. That's the fine. You walk right behind me. All right. Come on, Rover. March. Ravelli, where are you? It's important. Here I am, boss.
Quick, we've got to run. The real Sir Roderick has arrived. Mrs. Rivington is making a fuss over him. She's fickle.
Okay, boss. Okay. Lead the way. I run with you. Come on, Rover.
What's that?
Flywheel, I got a bigger surprise for you. We got a new dog. Come here, Pooch.
Dog, nothing. That's the lion. Run for your life.
The lion?
Look out, Ravelli. He's coming after us.
Come on. What are we waiting for? Faster, boss. Faster.
Are we getting away from him? You look. I haven't a heart.
Flywheel, he's running after us. Go home, Rover. Go home. Hey, he's still coming.
He must like you, Ravelli. I don't know what he sees in you.
Maybe he sees us.
Ravelli, I can feel his hot breath on my pants.
Hey, Flywheel, look what's in the driveway. A kind of a cage on an automobile. It must be the lion's cage. I guess they brought it over from the circus.
The door of the cage is open, Ravelli. If we can get in there, we're safe.
Okay, boss. Jump.
Quick, Ravelli, slam the door.
Oh. Well, we just made it, boss. We're safe.
What a narrow escape. They're certainly building escapes narrow these days.
There goes the line, boss. Down the driveway and over the gate.
All right, now we gotta get out of here. Open this cage door.
I can't, boss. It's locked. Hey, Flywheel, here comes the Mrs. Rivington with a couple of men. Maybe they could help us out.
Why, I'm afraid he got away.
I wonder which way he went, the rat.
It wasn't a rat. It was a lion. He went out the gate.
Oh, look, there they are, both of them, in there.
Well, I'll be darned. What a break. Come on, Mike, get up in the driver's seat. Let's get going.
Okay.
Hey, where are you taking us? We don't want to go back to the circus.
Circus? Say, buddy, this is a patrol wagon. You guys are going to jail.
Jail? Hey, boss, I wonder if we'll get our old room back.
Say, officer, do you happen to know if there's any mail there for Waldorf to come see Flywheel?
You've been entertained tonight in the Five-Star Theater by Groucho and Chico Marx in their three-act comedy, Flywheel, Shyster, and Flywheel, Attorneys at Law. Keep your seats, ladies and gentlemen. The Groucho and Chico will be back in just a moment. The Five-Star Theater is sponsored by the Standard Oil Companies of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Louisiana, and the Colonial Beacon Oil Company. Do not forget, on June 2nd, the sponsors of this program will place a new product on the market, which will be an important milestone in motor fuel history. This new motor fuel is a challenge to all gasoline. It is a product of the world's largest oil laboratory. Watch for announcements of this new product in the newspapers. Or better still, go to your nearest SO, spelled ESSO, station or dealer on June 2nd and find out for yourself. With tonight's program, we bring to a close, for the season, the Monday feature in the Five-Star Theater. Throughout the winter, the sponsors have been presenting, for your pleasure, a wide variety of the best radio entertainment it is possible to assemble. The world's leading comedians, great opera and concert singers, stories from the pens of America's leading short story and mystery writers, symphony and popular music, all have appeared in the Five-Star Theater. If you have enjoyed these programs and would like to have the Five-Star Theater back on the air in the fall, we would appreciate hearing from you. I see Groucho and Chico are out on the platform again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the broadcast season is over, and I want to say we was having some fun here every week.
Just a minute, Chico. Don't say having some fun. Say having. Pronounce the G.
All right. Gee, we was having some fun. And now, radio audience, I want you all to come to my house for dinner tonight.
Chico, do you know what you're doing? You're inviting millions of people, and your house is only big enough to hold 10 or 15.
Well, maybe some of them can't come. Hey, Groucho, how about you coming over to dinner tonight?
Dinner tonight? You couldn't make that tomorrow night, could you?
Why tomorrow night?
Well, because your wife has already invited me over to your house for dinner tonight.
Yeah, she likes parties and things, but I'm a different. I'd go away for a month on a ranch if I had the money.
Well, if the ranch were far enough away, I'd give you the money.
That's the fine. I can go on a ranch and ride a horse with a little lasso.
Ride a horse with a little Esso? You're crazy. You ride in a car with Esso, which is more powerful than any gasoline.
I didn't say Esso. I said lasso. The rope you make in the loop.
You mean lasso loop?
That hydrophine motor oil?
Well, we came out even on that one. Good night, ladies.
Good night, ladies.